Hello everyone and welcome back to City Skylines 2 with me, Matt, and we are back on Hydraberg. That is right. This is our unlimited build that we're doing. We're mixing and matching with all these playlists coming out, and right now we are working on our EE section. And today what I got for you is something a little interesting as we kind of look at what we did last episode. You know, a little bit of stuff here. We got some people parking here, which is kind of nice as people start to move in. I also, in between episodes, I also added this area over here to kind of get into a little bit more housing, you know, just to see what's going on, see if we can't get some more people in, just because, you know, I don't see why we shouldn't or couldn't be able to do that. So yeah, so we're doing that. But today, whoops, a little jittery right there. We're going to focus on this little area right here. That is right. We're going to focus on this area. We might be doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I don't know what, but you know what? I think it's going to work out just fine. So sit back, relax, grab your cup of water, and enjoy the episode. So let's kind of talk about this area. Okay. So over here, we have, you know, kind of our single family homes. Our newest ones here. Obviously, I haven't put any landscape in because, you know, we have little things here and there where landscape can go if we wanted to. But I was thinking, hey, we might need a little bit of something else. You know, maybe a little, I don't know, work area so people over here can kind of do maybe some factory work depending on wind distance or wind. But also I'm thinking over here, maybe we do some sports stuff. That might be worth it. Kind of doing some sports facilities or something like that over here as well. Kind of a little off the beaten path, but potentially something that could work. So let's go ahead and get out of here. Let's kind of start to look over here. Our post sorting facility that was brought up, I think 2 episodes ago. This may be a great area for it. It is huge, but it might be a great area for it because we have an on-ramp of our freeway right there. We have a lot of room for people or for our trucks to kind of get in and out. So that might be worth it right there. And if we look kind of at our parks, there it is. We have a lot of like sports complexes, apex climbing, sports hub pavilion, game set match, you know, stuff like that where it's like, okay, this could be worth something here. Oh boy, that thing is huge. And that is huge too. Heck, an indoor community pool is actually a lot smaller than we think. You know, maybe a football stadium over here as well. Maybe an American football field. Heck, maybe a soccer field as well. And maybe even a baseball field. I don't know. The world is our oyster. And of course we got our small things over here. So that's what I'm kind of thinking, is doing that. And to kind of start us off, we need to maybe take a look at these junctions right here. And what I'm thinking here is I need to update this, something like that, to kind of help out here just a bit. I think that would be quite nice for sure. But one thing I'm also thinking here is, do we also do kind of the same thing here or not? Because I believe, who was it? I forget, someone in my last episode, 2 episodes ago, but it was Cherry Pie. That is right. Cherry Pie commented, oh, hey, how about you do a little overpass? I know they probably were talking about here, and I might be able to. I'm thinking about doing maybe the overpass here and maybe connecting it into there as well. So, but I don't think I'll probably get it into here or whatnot. So let's kind of see what we can do here. Let's get rid of this. There we go. Something like that maybe would be good. I think that could be worth it. And then let's put in a retaining wall on that side. I think that would look good to kind of hold back that just a bit. Granted, it's not the biggest, but you know what? That might work to hold that back. And then do we also have Do we do a sound barrier? Could potentially do a sound barrier right there. That doesn't look half bad. And then we're going to definitely need our move it mod right there. Actually, I'm going to need this one. There we go. Something like that. Doesn't look half bad right there. So again, we can come up and over and all that. We do need to pick a this in our alleyway and really start to kind of come into here so people can actually get in and out. That'd be nice. There we go. That should be good. Everything's connected back up again. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm good with that. Because if I'm thinking about this, let me get out of that screen. Our hospital, which is looking huge, can still come out, up and over if need be, but can still also get down here to get onto this main road. So I think that would be good. Same thing with post office, garbage logistics center. That can kind of do the same over here as well. Of they can come down here, or if they want to, they can go up and over here. But you know, the traffic in this game is stupendous. So yeah, it is what it is. And from here, we do need to update this one because I will update this to a little 5-laner. Actually, I think that's fine. That's fine by me. And we're going to update this one as well. 2 in, 3 out. You know, this is going to look a little funky, but you know what? This actually might... This might be okay if I do say so myself. Auto save right there for us. I don't want you to go straight. I don't want you to go straight. I don't want you to go left. And I don't want you to go straight. All right, that's going to work. And I need to do advance. That should be there. Okay, so that should be good there. So maybe something like that should be good to kind of come in, to be able to get in and out. So that should be good. And let's check our weather patterns, our smoky smoke. Okay, so we're going that direction. Okay, so what I'm trying to really see is how much do our things actually do? Because what I'm thinking, again, is kind of creating a little bit more working ability and working area over here to really start to help out what we got going on here. Something like that can work. There we go. And we can put this right there. And then, okay, we can only put that back there. Okay, that can go there. And that can go there. All right, there we go. Okay. Everything go away. Everything go away. Nope, not that. All right. I'm going to pull this continuous all the way through as we get there, because then we can kind of come down here, go right to there, like so. That can work. That would look good. I think that would look good down here. So we can get that in. I think that will look great. I think what I'm going to do, because there's going to be more stuff to fill out over here. That is for sure. How many of these can I get? Okay, I could do a couple. That's fine by me. We can now turn this back on because we should be good to go. There we are. And of course we have electrical issues. Something like that should be good. And that should wind down. 3, 2, 1. Oh. It'd help if I unpaused it. 3, 2, 1. There we go. All right, so now that we have that going on, again, something a little bit different here that can go up and over and around. Let's also maybe try and get this connected. I don't want that. I just want really a straight line just to go 90 degrees. Into there, 91, 90. You know what I'm also thinking? Do we also put maybe another connector right here? So people can get in and out right there. That might be worth it, to be honest. That should be good. Again, so now trucks, they don't have to go all the way up and around and down. They can just kind of cut through right here, get to where they need to be, and then kind of move on with life. So I think that might be worth it. And before I forget it, I need to make sure that there's that. That. Perfect. We kind of do a little bit of... We do a little bit of 2-lane roads. And we really kind of start to keep it decent. There we go. And we don't need to do a lot of industry whatsoever. Industrial, that's fine by me. Oh, I do want to get rid of that though, because I don't need that. There we go. Perfect. Get rid of you, get rid of you. Get rid of you. And so I'm just going to kind of sprinkle in some industry, and yeah, we'll just go from there. Alrighty, so after a little bit of placement, we got something that kind of looks like this. Again, it's just a little spread out. We don't need anything huge whatsoever, but we just need to kind of create a little bit of demand. So people over here, they have an ability to come work over here if need be, to kind of help pay for their houses and groceries and all that. So I think that will be quite nice if I do say so myself. What I'm thinking is we have a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit of demand for office. And this may be a perfect place over here for a little office park. And so I think that's what I'm going to try and do. Right there should be good. And then we'll go through and kind of start to clean up some of these areas down here. Kind of help this out just a bit. There we go. Yeah, that's looking good. But yeah, so something like that wouldn't be bad to kind of help out with some of this. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of those. Get rid of those. Yeah, and try to reduce some of the smoking ones a little bit. Let's get rid of you. Okay, so something like that. And again, also over here, I don't need this to be crazy big either. Oops, we do need a cul-de-sac down here. Again, a very small one. We don't need anything too big whatsoever. But yeah, but a little cul-de-sac down here. And again, we're just gonna, to be honest, we're just gonna kind of just draw this in, especially some low density. Yeah, we're just gonna do some low density here. So let me work on this and I'll be right back with y'all. Alrighty, so after a little bit, this one was a little bit faster and quicker. We just got something that looks like this. Again, these are gonna be working their way in. Again, just giving us a little buffer between our factory jobs and kind of our homes and houses over here. However, again, it's gonna give this area some places to work so they don't have to go like all the way in the distance over there or somewhere down there. They can kind of come over here and start to do their thing. So I'm going to kind of let this run, let these come in, and yeah, I'll be right back with y'all. Alrighty, so after a little bit of time, this is kind of what we have growing in. And I think it's looking pretty good. So what we've done is obviously we did our stuff. I've kind of played a little bit of whack-a-mole, if you will, to kind of get rid of some of the smoking ones. Granted, are these going to create pollution? Absolutely, but at least they're not smoking, so that's always good. Also, what I did was I did an outline around each section. So this is kind of, again, our factory S type of jobs, and I put Asphalt 1 on there. And these are our businesses, and I put Asphalt 2 over here. And you know what? They're looking decent. They're looking decent. And we're going to need some landscape, and that is for sure. And, you know, we'll get there. We will get there, especially we're going to need some landscaping in between here as well to kind of help out. But, you know, landscaping, that'll come at another time. That is for sure. So go ahead and get out of here real quickly. Ooh, a little bit of traffic accident up there. That's not very good whatsoever. But yeah, I think this is looking pretty good. How's our intersection looking? All right, we're getting our kind of Wayz through Wayz They can turn right on red. That's looking good. Perfect. I think we're doing all right for the most part over here. How is this intersection looking? All right, this one's looking great. I don't know why. Oh, I do know why. I'm like, how come this still has this? Because I redid those roads and I forgot to take that off. So that's looking good. How's our overpass looking? Okay, probably not many people using it. That's a police car, looks like. Police car. Police car. Anyways, I don't think many people are going up and over, which is okay as well. Just, you know, just so it is an option to go up and over to get over here as well. So that's going to be pretty dang decent if I do say so myself. Okay, so I think this area is looking pretty dang good. Let's take a look at our air pollution. Okay, so everything should be going that direction, which I think will be nice. How's our ground pollution? That's whatever. Noise pollution, yep, it's going to be noisy. And water pollution, well, I don't really take water from underneath. So yeah, I think that's going to be looking just fine if I do say so myself. All right, so how's our post-sorting facility doing? I think we're doing great again. I think adding this little area right here is worth it. People can come in here, come out, and that's what, they can just hit the freeway wherever they need to go. And yeah, I think they can either go left or right and kind of be on their way of wherever they need to go. So I think that is looking quite lovely, if I do say so myself. Okay, so our next little stop here is going to be this section here. And this is where we're going to put in some of our large parks, especially these LVs. I blank on it. Leisure venues. There it is. I'm blanking on what the heck it is. But like, you know, these are all pretty square. So 12 by 12, 12 by 14, 25 by 32, 12 by 12. Okay. So we have a few 12 by 12s going on here. So I think that will be okay. So I think that is looking really good. We have our sports hub. We have our Apex climbing. We have our sports complex. Parking lots over there. Game set match over there as well. Oh boy, yeah, that's actually a good thing. What do we have? We may need to add... We need to add a district over here. We need to create a district because I don't need this one to do its thing. So I need to rename this. For right now, I'm just going to call this Matt Area, but I know we can do better. So in the comments, go ahead and leave a comment of a name. That would be great for this little area that we're kind of building right here. Granted, we're in the early stages. This is definitely the early stages of what we got going on, but you know, you guys might have some good ones in there, and I think you do. So yeah, go ahead and let me know what they are down in the comments. A football stadium. We are in the EE, so it might be worth doing some football over here. And this area, I might need to do a little. I might play some stuff, but then I might think about some stuff because I kind of really want to kind of do some cool things around this, but it's gonna take some real thinking. Alrighty, so after some tweaking, I kind of got some that looks like this. I think this is going to be looking a little bit better. Oops, a little zoom out there. So our parking is a lot straighter because I think part of this road that I put in here was not straight in itself, which did not help. But we got that. We got some parking lots going in. We have some practice fields on top of our main field, which I think is nice. We'll be able to put up a fence right here to kind of help go around to get to this this hedge right here. Of course, there's already homeless in there doing their thing, so that is not the best. But again, kind of maybe making it a little bit more tropical, if you will, over here, just to kind of help out with what's going on. And I may do the same thing over here. Let's see what we can do here. All right, so something like that's not looking bad either. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good too. I think that really is. So yeah, I think we got something going on here. As I look around this little area, I think it's kind of turning out quite nicely. Obviously, we have some basic offices. We have some factory work over there. Obviously, we have our post office sorter, our main one right there. So I think that's looking pretty dang decent. And of course, we have little sports parks over here. So for like the kiddies to do whatever they want. Again, this is going to need to be redone in regards to landscaping, but I'm just kind of putting down the overall feel of it right here. And over here, we're kind of doing a little sports venue, if you will. So people can come, play, watch, all that. We have some practice fields over here. We have our main stadium right there. And of course, we have lots of parking over here. And I'm thinking this is starting to look really nice as things kind of start to come in and grow. But I think this is looking quite nice. Alrighty, everyone, this is where I'm going to end it for today. I think we did some good work, adding in some good things, kind of creating a little bit of backbone for where we might go next. So, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button as it greatly helps me out. And of course, don't forget to leave a comment, something along the lines of, hey, Matt, don't forget about this, or hey, you kind of messed up this, or hey, maybe we should name this area such and such. All looking for all different types of comments. All are welcome, good, bad, or indifferent. And of course, with all that being said, I hope you have a good rest of your day, good rest of your week. Stay hydrated, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.